Okay, kids, story time. Gather around as I swing you the tale. Welcome to my channel. My name's Danny, and this is Gotham's Independence. This week, I'm going to discuss a little something with you guys. I'm going to talk about my absolute least favorite version of Batman. This is the bastard son of one Stan Lee and one DC Comics. I know a lot of you are just like, oh, but Stan Lee, he was in all those Marvel movies. Yeah, I know, nerd, but there was a time when he wasn't with Marvel. Now I know what you're thinking. This version of Batman can't be that terrifying, can it? I mean, it's Stan Lee's Batman. It's probably... Oh my god! Kill her with fire! Let's rewind the clocks back. September 2001 to September 2002. Nothing happened during this time. Everything was okay. And meanwhile, Stan Lee's contract with Marvel was expiring. DC Comics came to him and said, oh, Mr. Stan Lee, oh man, he's so cool. So they went up to Stan and they were like, hey Stan, we'll give you a limited run series, 12 issues. So Stan was, at this point, Stan Lee's been with Marvel for 30 years, I guess? 40? Maybe? He's old. He's very, very old. Stan was probably going to stay with Marvel anyway, but then he saw the paycheck. Holy shit, I can make a shit story, and these nerds will take it as gospel. Brilliant, Stan. I love money and strippers. Oh, I'm making more money from nerds. I love money. You nerds. Excelsior. So, to start off, this is the first version of Batman that's an African American. So, step in the right direction, number one. This one-issue story. So when Stan Lee agreed to the deal with DC Comics, the first one out the gate was going to be Batman. And in comparison to the other 11 stories, this is the worst. This is the worst of a bad situation. That's not good. You started off on such a low note that people's expectations are so low, Stan's gonna find new and creative ways to disappoint them without remorse because he's getting paid. So let's break down this godforsaken piece of literature. Okay, so Stan Lee making all this money making shitty stories. First one out the gate, Batman. The story starts out on Wayne Williams. Wayne Williams, African-American male, is the son of a police officer. This police officer was murdered by a street tough crime boss named Hands. He creates a crime boss named Hands because his hands are large. Thanks, Stan. Hands decides to take out even more frustrations out on Wayne Williams because killing his dad isn't enough, apparently. He frames Williams for armed robbery, and so Wayne Williams gets sent to jail. He's having a pretty rough time. So this petite, non-threatening man in prison is approached by another non-threatening petite man named Frederick Grant. So he takes Wayne Williams under his wing, and he wants to make sure Wayne Williams isn't beat up anymore because he feels sorry for him because of other stuff. I don't know. He's in love with him. He teaches him various bodybuilding techniques and weightlifting and powerlifting, and he also teaches him sewing. Yep, because sewing is a sought after life skill. It's essential. The world, God, I hate this fucking story. Okay, so fast forward through Wayne's sentence. He's a brick shit house, he's jacked, he's got a montage. Oh look, he's got a little friend. He's got a bat. Okay, so he gets out of prison and he decides to lay low for a little bit. So he moves to Mexico, he gets a really crappy hotel, and look, he's got a little friend. He's got a bat. Wayne Williams, he's out of jail. He gives himself a haircut and a shave, and he picks mustache. He thinks this is a good look for him. Okay. So after he gives himself a haircut and a shave, him and his bat are watching TV, and his bat's all... I don't know what bats sound like, but I assume that's how it's kind of like a squawk. The channel dialer thing on this old TV lands on pro wrestling, and so watching this TV, he gets the idea, wait a minute, I'm a brick shit house, and Grant taught me how to sew. I could make an outfit and wrestle because that's how wrestling works. Okay, everyone, welcome back to NYWL. I'm Quentin Beck Mysterio. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm John Smith. And now time for the next challenger in the Buzzsaw Open Challenge presented by Macho Man Randy Savage.
The cream of the crop.
Okay, what's your name, kid? I'll introduce you. The Human Bat. What? The Human Bat. That's my name, the Human Bat. That's it? That's all you got? Oh, God, that sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next challenger in the Bus Open Challenge presented by Macho Man Randy Savage. The Batman. You said my name wrong. That's not my name. Kid, if you don't get your ass out there, I'm gonna have all these fans, all 10,000 of them, beat the living out of you. Get out there and just do it, you fucking idiot! God, it's Batman! Wayne Williams becomes the most famous wrestler in the world. That's how the story pans out. No, that's not. No. The only other thing I could come up with is this guy became tag team partners with Brock Lesnar before he went to WWE. That's the only thing that makes sense. He hears that Frederick Grant gets out of prison. He finds him, and instead of, knocking on the door and being a normal person, he breaks into his house. He breaks into his house. He nearly gives Frederick Grant a heart attack. He's like, what the? Please don't hurt me. Takes off his... Oh, and this is the best part about it. His costume is so bad. It's a black leotard with gigantic wings and a bat head. So either he killed the giant bat from the deleted scenes of Batman Forever, or he found a giant bat, killed him, hollowed it out, and then preserved it because he's also a taxidermist. So he takes off his helmet, and Grant's just like, holy shit, Wayne Williams, you're Batman? Grant then becomes his Alfred. In this world, Alfred doesn't exist, so Frederick Grant is his Alfred, and he gives him stuff like a grappling hook and other such things. So he finds the love interest of Hands. She tells him where Hands is. They fisticuffs. You're just a wrestler. You're not better than me. I'm Hands. Ugh. They fight each other. It's pretty much, it is what it is. It's panels of block with your left, punch with your right. Hands gets thrown off a building like that one guy from Batman 89 gets thrown off the stairwell into oblivion of that church. When confronted with the police, he tells them, hey, you're cops. I can do things you can't because you're just a bunch of cops. You suck. I'm Batman, and I'm gonna clean up this town. And then he leaves. He just murdered a guy, and the cops are letting him go because the story's called Batman. So that just about does it for this week's premiere video, Gotham's Independence, on Stan Lee's Just Imagine Batman. God, does it suck. You can find me on Twitch at Dan You to Hell. Dan You to Hell. Dan You to Hell on Twitch. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Definitely try to get a highlight video package of gameplay that I post on Twitch, post it on YouTube so that you guys can enjoy it. So please hit that subscribe button. It's around here somewhere. Notify bell. Again, it's around here somewhere to get further notified of whenever I post videos. Hopefully weekly. Probably not. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I don't know what to tell you. And thumbs up the video so I can get more views. Share it. Put it on Facebook. Do it. Help me get YouTube famous so I can pay rent. I'm Danny. Thanks for tuning in. Join me next time where we talk more Batman stuff. Hopefully it's not as bad. Probably will be because bad stuff gets more views than good stuff.